They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and as someone for whom artwork has always been an important component in making a connection to an animated property, I wanted to take a look at what the images in the new Masters of the Universe trailer are telling us, specifically this time, Adam and He-Man. This is a reimagined Prince Adam of Eternia, and in this timeline he's apparently in his early teens. It varies a bit in the trailer, but he's definitely younger than he was in the original series, and they don't really look alike, other than the fact that they're both blonde and more pink. It could be argued that the original Adam looked older than his years, but once a certain look is established, some continuity of appearance is necessary if you want fans to identify with it. In this case, he not only looks younger, but the shape of his face has changed completely, which means this regression doesn't really make sense. Of course, it could be the result of a spell or something in the plot, but that is still a problem for a first episode if we're supposed to make an immediate connection. Overall, the animation isn't that bad, and I'm fairly sure if it wasn't attached to an existing property, I'd find the trailer interesting enough to give the show a chance. So what's the problem? Well, Kevin Smith is insisting this show is a continuation of the original, that this is the one we've been waiting for 40 years. Slight exaggeration there, but anyway. Assuming what he says is true, then Adam and or He-Man is our main character. Now, this picture doesn't shout heroic lead to me. This is a youth who has lots to do but might just grow into a hero along the way, which is great for the start of a new show, but not so great for the continuation of an experienced character. I do not feel nostalgia when I see him because, although he vaguely reminds me of several characters, none of them are Adam. I'm just not finding the suspension of disbelief necessary to accept this as the same person. When he transforms into He-Man, he apparently grows up like Banana Man or Shazam into this. The original animators worked with bodybuilders to get the look right, whilst making sure they still had the flexibility and manoeuvrability they wanted in the show. But this doesn't look natural to me, and again, instead of stirring up nostalgia that draws you in and gets you excited for what happens next, it's taking me out of the illusion, and is actually creating a little aversion, but maybe that's just me. I would have watched this as a reboot, but we've been asked to make a comparison, and as one of those fans who watched and loved He-Man back in the day, and genuinely did want the story to continue, so far it's not a good comparison. As I said, the artwork itself is pretty good, which suggests the difference is deliberate and serves some purpose in the plot, but unfortunately they might ultimately serve to undermine the goal of continuation. It would have been okay to say, this is a new show for a new audience, but we hope older fans will like it too, but that's not what we're being told. One of the key messages in the original He-Man show was about representing things fairly and honestly. I hope that hasn't been forgotten in the hopes of getting more views, because sooner or later, that kind of thing always backfires.